Welcome to Trading Lounge and the European indices, and starting with the DAX here on the daily chart. We're looking at this Elliott Wave triangle pattern here, and we are considering that this wave E here is actually completed. We don't have, to help confirm that this is lows in place, we need 5 waves to move up through here. So we're getting there, but we're not there yet. Also too, if we have a look at the Stoxx 50, that's in the same sort of situation as well, where we have, in fact, in this case, we have wave 3 top over here, where we have the DAX with the wave 3 over here, and the same with the Germany mid-cap, which is over here, but this low is lower than this high here. And we've also got 3 waves up here, so it counts better as an A and a B and a C here, and then an A and a B and a C here for the B wave, an A and a B and a C here for the C wave, an A and a B and a C for the D wave, and an A and a B and a C diminishing in here for the E wave here. So once again, we still need 5 waves up here, which we don't have just yet. And this is the same for the Germany mid-cap as well, but we can count this slightly differently. I could count this here as, if I just copy that here and put this as an E wave here, I could do that. Not that it would make that much difference, but I just like to consider all factors, because I do have in this leg down here, it does count nicely down through here as 5 waves. So it's possible to count this as wave 3 here, an A wave here, an A and a B, and 5 waves up here for a C wave of B, and down for a C wave here, then up for 1, pulling back to the 61.8% in this box here, and then moving up here. In this case here, the 5 wave structure is seems a little bit more formed. So it's good. It's looking positive for the upside here, but we're not there yet. We still need that 5 wave structure here to confirm these particular moves. The same with this one here. So that's really what we're sort of waiting on here. So we're just doting on the DAX. So on the 4-hour chart, I guess. One of the contentions I've had here is actually I mean, all these European markets are all basically they're all in Europe. It's kind of every country for itself, really, and it's showing in its wave structures. So in some cases, this move down through here takes the low out here. In some countries, in other countries it doesn't. So it's quite viable to actually have this wave 5 sitting here rather than here. So I'm just still toying with both cases here. If I go to the 2-hour chart here, then I've got it sitting on this low here, and then in this case we can count this up as wave 1 and 2 here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here for the 3rd wave, and then this well, it's really a sort of a triangle looking pattern, really, isn't it, through here. So if this pops up through here, right, then we'll have 5 waves up of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It still doesn't help me much with calling this one here the low, because this is the lowest here. But I had this one as the low because coming from here as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, but this can be counted differently here. This could actually be counted as a triangle in an A and a B and a C and a D and an E wave here. So yeah, it's just not quite clear enough for me. So one of the main things here that I really wanted in the bigger picture to capture this trend was to have the 12,500 as support. So one way or another, I wanted to see the time that this gets to here, then the Stoxx 50, the German mid-cap, and some of the other markets, stocks, will in one way or another have 5 waves up here. So let's just allow for that to play out. Yeah, so I mean, if you went long above these highs here, it'd be best to get out at the 12,500, because there will be some type of correction there. We can see because of the support over here that will reflect back over here, and then we'll see an ABC coming back. So we're still in the process of confirming this low in place. That's really the gist of it all here at this stage. I mean, even if I count this as wave 5 here, I can count this up from this low here as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. And looking at this as an A here, a little A, B, C here for the B wave, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 for the C wave. So that C wave could actually come into play right on this low here. So it's really just consolidating here and hasn't broken out just yet. But yeah, I mean, this could also pull back into this box here. And if it does that and then comes back up and finds support here on the 12.3 with the first high above the level, then that will be your reference point for a signal in at that point there. So we just need to see, but triangles don't occur in waves 1 to 2 either, but a pennant can, and it's just a sort of squashed up ABC really. But so yeah, look, don't have a clear trend here at the moment. It looks like the markets should push up and take these highs out to test 12.5 here and then react from that point there. Yeah, and this leaves the AEX in the same sort of boat as well. From this low here, when we spoke last time, we could count 5 waves up off this low here, so that was good. So we knew that after a correction we'd get another 5, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so that's all good there. But it still just leaves us with 3 waves. So those 3 waves can be counted as up for the A wave here, back for the B wave here, and then 5 waves up for the C wave here. So we could actually have a top in play here. All right, so as an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave, that's quite clear. So we can come down from here. So we can come, looks like 1, 2, I can't count that, it's not clear enough, but I can see we've got a 3rd wave in here and a 4th. So it's probably something like this here, then an A and a B and a C back up, and then down from that point there. But if it does that, then you know, if it breaks this is why I got this trend line in here. Basically, if it breaks this trend line, or when I say break it, I mean it needs to find it as a retested resistance, and that means that it will come to here, back off from here, come through to here, retest it here, and then that would be your stop there, because that low there would be there. So that this stop here can be moved up and brought into this space here, okay, once that occurs. So this move down through here should see a bounce back up, but if it moves down below that after that, then bring this stop here up to here and get it into break-even sort of space. But otherwise, we need to look at this on the more positive side. The 5 waves up here is wave 1 and back for wave 2, and then this 5-wave structure here as wave 1 and coming back for wave 2, which will sit in at this 50-60% retracement level area here, and then just simply move up from that point. Okay, so we just really need to, you know, we're still gathering evidence here. There's not a lot I can do here at this particular stage. So that's the long and the short of it at that stage. And the FTSE here is getting a little bit more complicated. So from this wave B here, I've been looking down at this as wave 1 and 2 here, and then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and down for wave 5 here. I know that we could count this in 5 waves here, but it just, yeah, it's possible. But the move up through here so far is counted as an A and a B and a C wave here for wave A, and the move down through here appears to be corrective as an A and a B and a C wave here. This is also corrective in here, so an A wave here, B wave here, and C wave here for the little b, and a C wave here. It's got to come down a little bit further. So this can have a push up, but this can also be wave 4 here. Okay, so 1 and 2 and all the way down for 3, an A and a B and a C for wave 4 here, and then moving lower to finish one more leg down here as such. So The only way that I would turn bullish on this market is if we had this number here as support. Okay, the 7650, which is the center point or halfway point between number 5 and number 8 here, and that's the balance line through here. Because on the daily chart here for this, we were looking at this being here, so an A wave here, a B wave here, and then a C wave down into this box here, roughly somewhere in here. So I'm still looking for one more move down. So I'm just trying to work through this as a complicated wave 4 correction as such, and then down, having wave 5 come down through here. So yeah, our long trade here would be, once this comes back up here and finds support here, then we'd be on our way up that way. But we're just still mucking around with this. It's possible that this 5-wave structure is in here, and this is already done and dusted here and completed, but I just don't know that for sure. Yeah, we had it counted as 5 waves down, but it just looks, this looks corrective here. So yeah, we just still gathering evidence on that one. And the MIB, the MIB's kind of in the same situation as well. I can't confirm a low being in place yet. From this wave 3 here, then an A and a B and a C and a D and an E here. This was pretty laborious getting through all of this, but there we are. And we came down here as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and wave 5 here. So I'm kind of okay with that, but what sort of bothers me is that we haven't pulled into the 20 here. It's not that we have to, but in most cases we would. This little move up through here so far is in 3 waves and not 5 waves. Not to say like the DAX, it's just like the DAX. I don't have any evidence. I mean, it could turn into 5 waves, but at the moment it's only 3 waves up here. So we could go, we could confirm the trend once we get the DAX and those other markets with 5 waves up off their low here. And like I mentioned, if we can get this up onto support here of 21, then that's fine. It's also possible this can just be wave 4 here too, as I've mentioned, and this wave 3 here would be all of this length here, and the way that would count out would be 1 and 2 in here, and then 3 and 4 and 5. So it's just not that clear here for me either. So we're still really gathering evidence here for this. So we're a little way off being confident about all of this. So the move up here can be counted as 1 and 2 and 3, or it can be counted as an A and a B and a C wave here. And then we're going to be coming down here further. I suppose we could also count it as 5 waves to copy this to 4 to here and 5 to here. But it doesn't ring true on the cash market just yet for this. So I'm a little bit unsure. One of the things here, though, is from the low here to this high here. This is the 50-60% retracement level, so it comes in at 20,500. If this becomes the retested resistance, then you know that we're going to be pulled down to this point here. Okay, we looked at going long here, but we also looked at bringing the stop up to break even. This move down through here, if I mean, unless this is if this is wave 5, then it's acceptable to this to be an A and a B and a C into this box here and move up. And if that's the case, then you can move up in terms of probably coming through here, going on this moving, getting support on this side of the trend. You can go long, but otherwise we need to look at this moving lower. There's definitely going to be support here in this on this space here on the 20,500, and I mean I had the stop under here, I think, and if you wanted to, you can keep the stop under here, but yeah, I just wanted to get to break even. So yeah, so look, I'll just take these out of the way now, and certainly if this market moves up and we get support on the orange line here above 20,720, then also go long from here. But look, in a nutshell, at the end of the day, we don't have 5 waves up here. We could squeeze it in for this, and that would be fine. But yeah, the way to prove that would be taking out this high here. So yeah, unfortunately, I don't have a lot of information, or I don't have any clear information on any of the European indices just yet. We're just still in research, gathering evidence for this particular structure here. So just be a bit careful. It's not the time to be trading in large sums at this stage here. So, but yeah. Anyway, let's see how we go. We've got support here on the 25 for trend line, this number, and also the 61.8%. So we can go up through here. So a break of the trend line, or if I was trading this here, the lower level of group 2. Group 2 is 65, 72 and 80. So support on 65 would be the first position, and then I would put in real positions on top of the 72, and also to add onto the 80 here as well. I would be taking profit here, waiting for the pullback here, and then looking to move back in. But that's the way I do it. Alrighty, enjoy the weekend. Cheers.